God damn it, guys. Look at my face. This is the face of a disappointed man. I didn't think it would be necessary to make a video like this, but it looks like it is, and it's okay. It's okay, okay? Because I'm going to explain to you today why you should play specific consistency like cards that add consistency to your deck, and why you should not play other specific cards that are supposed to add consistency but actually are going to hurt you more than giving more consistency. Okay, I'm going to explain to you today, and yeah, let's just so before I want to start, okay, before I start, I want to say that Pot of Prosperity is an expensive card. Okay, if you cannot afford this card, then I'm not forcing you to get this card. Like, it's fine. I respect it. Okay, I respect it. If you cannot afford, or let's say if you don't want to waste your money on a card like this, or whatever, if you like in general don't want to waste much money on cards, then I respect that. Okay, I respect that, and there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. But this does not mean that you should play instead of those cards any of those other 5 cards. Okay, those 5 cards are just going to hurt you. The Pot of Extravagance might be good if you're playing a Blackwing deck with 3 copies of Boreal Storm, 3 copies of Blackwing Soul Dragon, 3 copies of Blackwing Dragon. Then maybe you could play this card. Okay, maybe, but even then I wouldn't play that one. Okay, but any other deck, okay, even the Pot of Desires, if you are playing a full Blackwing engine deck with, like, if you're playing, let's say 2 to 3 Zephyros, almost every Blackwing 3 times, if you're playing the Black Feather Warren 3 times, then this is the only time where you can play Pot of Desires. Okay, but if you're playing one-offs in your deck like Raiders Ring or the rank up, then why the fuck would you play Pot of Desires? Why? Doesn't make sense, right? It does not make sense. Because if that card's banished, then your whole deck can just, boom, just throw it away. Just give up the game. And the thing is, guys, why I'm also doing this video is because recently I've been meeting some of you guys at locals, some of you guys at regionals, and I see your sad faces sitting on the last table of the tournament, and just I see your faces. You're wondering why am I still that far behind on those tables and not winning games? And then I come to you, I look at your deck, and what I'm seeing is the first thing I see is usually, like, for the people that are losing with Blackwings, is because they're playing Allure of Darkness. And, bro, like I said, if you can afford the Prosperity, it's cool. But then I'm seeing in your trade binder 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. And now you're trying to explain to me why Pot of Prosperity is not in your deck and you rather play Allure of Darkness. Bro, it does not make sense, because we are playing a lot of one-offs, okay, that we don't really want to see on our hand, okay? And with Allure of Darkness, we cannot control what we are drawing, okay? We cannot control it. So if we are drawing cards like Zephyros to our hand, then in this case, Allure of Darkness is not adding us consistency. It's actually hurting us. It is actually hurting us. So why would you do that? And now imagine another scenario. You are having Simoon on your hand and bunch of, I don't know, hand traps and spell cards, whatever. Now you're going to activate Allure of Darkness and you are actually drawing 2 monsters. Raiders Wing and 1 Blackwing monster, okay? By the way, you have to draw at least 1 Blackwing monster, because otherwise you cannot activate Simoon's effect in that case, right? But now we got the problem. We have 3 dark types on our hands, okay? It's Simoon, Valta, and the Raiders Ring, okay? What card do you want to banish? You need to banish one of those. You cannot banish the Raiders Ring because you want to go into Kali Yuga. If you can't go into Kali Yuga, going first against Labyrinth, you're not going to Kali Yuga, you're going to lose. you're going to lose. Because once they set 5 cards and end their turn, you're gonna lose. Because you didn't summon Caliga and pop the back row. And now, let's say you want to banish Vata. Now you cannot activate Simoon. Great, right? Let's say you want to summon banish Simoon. Beautiful. Now you can't play through hand traps because you just banished the Simoon. So, if you don't have prosperities, this does not mean that you have to play Allure of Darkness. Bro, in that case, I'd rather play more hand traps or maybe even more like Blackwing extenders or like combo extenders instead of prosperities, Allure of Darkness. But Allure of Darkness is not something that can take the place of prosperity. In no way. In no way. Because even with prosperities, I had a situation where, I don't know, banish 3 cards, and then the 3 cards that I open up is Raider's Ring, Driver, Gamma. It happens, but it's cool because I can control which card I'm picking. And obviously, I don't want to pick the Raider's Ring because Raider's Ring on my hand is just going to be more bad for me than helping me. So I'm just going to pick the Gamma. Now I can activate Small World and use Gamma as a bridge with Destrudo and go into Simoon, search for him, for example. Okay? And yeah, the other thing is like, Small World, you gotta play this card, man. You got to play this card. And in my current deck that I'm playing, Small World is just beautiful bridge. With almost, actually, yes, every monster in my deck has a Small World bridge. So the hand traps are not just going to be like, if I can't use them, just gonna stay on my hand. No, we can actually use those. Okay, next up, Pot of Desires. Why would you play Pot of Desires, bro? You got so many important one-offs in your deck. If they get banished, then you can just throw your whole deck away. Or let's say you're gonna banish 2 of your Black Feather Wowins. It's over. Why would you play this card? Why? You're risking to lose your game because of cards that were supposed to give you more consistency. So cut that shit. Okay, cut that shit. Wing Requital. A lot of people keep asking me, why are you not playing Wing Requital? And it's so simple, guys. If we don't have 2 Blackwing monsters on our field, then we cannot activate this card. Okay, what that means is a card that is supposed to give us also like consistency, because we are playing right now through hand traps, in this situation can't really help us. Because let's say we're gonna normal summon Zudri. Now we're gonna get imped on Zudri, and we got the Wing Requital in our hand instead of the Prosperity. Great. Beautiful, right? Now with Prosperity, we can banish 3/6 cards, search for Vatsa, Shaman, whatever we need in that situation, and just continue. Okay, and banishing, and this is the thing, like, we can actually banish up to 6 cards in the deck, because look at this, guys. Look at our X deck over here. We got Blackwing Dragon, Y6, Bardiche, Kali Yuga, and Dark Armed. Like, you at least. And by the way, if you got Dragon Monster on your hand, for example, like a Destrudo or Bister, whatever, then you don't even need the Blackwing Dragon over here. All you need is then 4 cards. What that means is there are 10 cards in the X deck that you don't really need in that situation to win the game, okay? So what that means is we can banish easily 6 cards, easily. But if you're playing the Dark Armed in the deck, okay? You can, and even if you're not playing Dark, if you're playing no Dark Armed, only Azure Falcon, then there's a full combo line of like 8 cards, 7 cards that you need in the deck. That means you got 7 to 8 other cards that you can easily get rid of and still go full combo. So it is possible, okay, trust me, it is possible to play Prosperity in this deck, but you gotta understand this deck and understand the banishes that you have to do in order to play consistently and even play through Nibiru and whatever, so that you still have some backup or whatever. So it is possible. And now the other thing, which is also really, really important, is if you are going second, okay, let's say you're going second and you didn't draw a single board breaker, whatever, hand trap, nothing. Top deck, you draw the prosperity. Now, going second, you can banish even more easily. Like all those cards, like you can easily banish those 4 cards. And then let's say you can also banish like Nothung or Ball Savage Strength, whatever. Just you can easily banish going 6 cards, okay? Now search, and the chances going second of drawing Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse, Dark Will No More, Evilly Matched, Lightning Storm, Harpy, Feather Duster. One of those cards going second is so high if you banish 6 cards. It is so high, the chance. And this is like, prosperity is actually winning me a lot of games, because usually like the 5th or the 6th card is always the board breaker that I was looking for. And it's only possible with prosperity, guys. It is only possible with prosperity, with nothing else. And then with the Allure of Darkness going second, great. You draw 2 cards. Now you have to banish one of your Blackwing monsters that are supposed to be extended in that situation. Great, right? So, and the last card that I've also seen in a couple of Blackwing decks, part of, yeah, I can't pronounce it, man. My English is so bad. Avarice. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, but in order to draw 2 cards, you need to shuffle 5 into your deck first, 5 monsters, and bro, in order to get those 5 cards to your graveyard, that means you need to play through interruptions. And then the other thing is, like, once you were able to get 5 monsters to your graveyard, what that means is usually it's like Vata, Shamal, Zephyros, whatsoever. Then what cards are you looking to draw then? Because you already searched for those cards that you needed, that are once per turn, hard once per turn. So even if you draw them again, there's nothing that you can do with them. Okay? So it does not really make sense. And yeah. So in conclusion, do not play Allure of Darkness if you want to play competitive Blackwings. It is going to hurt you more. Like, this Path of Prosperity is never going to hurt you. Never. Okay? Never. It never hurt me. Never did. Okay? Because I don't struggle with my extra deck. I don't. But Allure of Darkness, like, if you're gonna draw those cards that you don't want to see, then what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Like I said, usually like the Blackwing players that are losing games after games after games are always the ones that play Allure of Darkness for some reason. And okay, that's, now some of you guys might have topped your locals, won tournaments, whatever, with Allure of Darkness. Okay, there are always exceptions, always. Okay, always. But in general, like, it's so easy to break with Allure. Okay, and that's a fact. That is a fact. You know what? Let's do some testing together. Okay, let's do some testing. Alright, check this out, guys. One example hands. We got Allure of Darkness, whatever, Zephyros. So let's go. Let's activate it. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. See? We were supposed to have a full combo with Zudri and Feather Wowins. Now we ain't got shit. Let's try one more time. Okay. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not even going to show you more. Okay? Fuck it. A law of darkness is supposed to give you consistency and not hurt you. If there's a slight chance that a card that is supposed to give you consistency, if there's a slight chance that it can hurt you, break you, then it is not a good card for this deck. That's simple. That's simple. Why is it good in branded? Why? Because if you banish their cards, their dark types, then they usually have trigger effects that are going to add you other cards to your hand. Okay, so that's a different scenario. But in our deck, it is just not good, bro. It's just not good. Okay? And I hope that I don't have to explain this ever again. Okay? Yeah, and if there's anyone coming to you trying to discuss with you which card is better, Prosperity of Allure of Darkness, just send him this video, bro. Okay, just do that. Okay, I'm sorry that this became a long video again. I just don't have the time to cut those videos. I'm sorry. Okay. Because I'm trying to make consistent videos. So yeah, but I hope I made it clear that it's just not good. Okay, it's not. Alright guys, thanks for watching and stay away from Allure of Darkness.